It says in Arabic, اجتهادك فيما ضمن لك وتقصيرك فيما طلب منك دليل على انطماس البصيرة منك. So the meaning in English, that when you exert a lot of effort on something that is already secured for you, while ignoring things that was requested from you, it means that you don't have clear vision. So we have two concepts here. The first one is what is secured for us, and the second thing is what's requested from us. When we read the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِ مَا أُرِيدُ مِنْهُم مِّن رِّزْقٍ وَمَا أُرِيدُ أَن يُطْعِمُونِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ هُوَ الرَّزَّاقُ ذُو الْقُوَّةِ الْمَتِينُ. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explains that He created human beings and jinn to worship Him. And He doesn't want any rizq from them. Nothing will be benefiting from us to Allah. Nothing benefiting Allah. And He says the last verse, إِنَّ اللَّهَ هُوَ الرَّزَّاقُ. So who is the Razzaq? It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who is giving you the rizq. So this is explained these two terms. What's secured is the rizq. What is requested is worship. And Ibn Ata here is telling us, the more you are concerned about what is already secured for you and ignoring what was requested, that means you don't have a clear vision of why you are here. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala secured the rizq for everybody, as we mentioned before. When we read all the Quran, you see that. من كان يريد العاجلة عجلنا له فيها ما نشاء لمن نريد. Who is ever concerned about this dunya, this life, Allah will give what He wants for whom He wants. So even you're not going to get it, you're going to get what Allah wants. And then من كان يريد الآخرة subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the hereafter, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give it to him. And this is what we were requested, what's requested from us. Don't understand the Shaykh wrong. The worship here means every single act that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala requested from you. So if you are a student, He requested from you to study. If you are a parent, He requested from you to take care of your household. So everything around you. That's why the wisdom before that one, it was about worrying. Don't be worried, too worried about rizq, about money, about all these things. Because of what? Because you have Rabb. You have a Lord that you return back to. When the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was telling us, if you have anxiety, if you have sadness, if you had any of these things that comes to you and make you feel so compelled, what do you pray? What's the dua? You know the dua? It's very famous dua. Allahumma ana abduk, wabnu abdik, wabnu amatik, nasiyati biyadik. So this is famous dua. But do you see the beginning? Allahumma ana abduk, wabnu abdik. I am your servant and my parents were your servants. Do you understand the analogy? The dua is very, very important to understand the meaning. We're not just saying the dua. The meaning here, that when you were a kid, you didn't actually think about any responsibility. When we ask anybody, what's the best thing in your life? And the best time in your life, he said, or she says, when I was a kid. Why? Because I was not worried about anything. Why? Because I had parents. So your parents were servant to Allah, and Allah provided for them, and you are servant of Allah. And who has Rabb should be calm down, should be okay. That's the meaning of the dua, that you are a servant, you are the slave of Allah. So when you have that I all the time, you are not submissive enough to it. You need to delete that and to think about everything through Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to be submissive. And what's Islam? Submission. Submission to whom? To Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.